Good evening, Inkspilled Glimmers, and Happy New Year!
Yeah, we haven't streamed since the new year, right?
No, we've done an offline video, but it is our first actual stream, so welcome back, guys. Drew, welcome back in person from Richmond.
Hello, everyone.
You started a Metafy.
Yep. Well, for
We
those...
talked about it in the last...
We talked about it in the last video. I top 32 with the only copy of Sapphire Steel in Richmond. It kind of gave me the idea to make a guide about it. Probably make a follow-up once Winter Spell gets all spoiled out. And if I continue playing the deck, if the deck continues to be viable through the next meta.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a work in progress. And... I felt I kind of had to rush it to write it right after Richmond, just because I want people to be able to buy it and to I would say get some benefits from it for set champs.
Yep, which are almost over today.
Yeah, like there's like one more tomorrow. I'm playing a bigger one tomorrow, but then it's all over. But I still want the guide to be quality and to have, I want to say, a good retrospect on what it was, and that I can build upon it for the next iteration of the guide. So today we wanted to do some more Blue Steel.
Some more Blue Steel, but focused on certain matchups, certain games.
Exactly. We're gonna do like probably only some best of ones here.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw things at it. I'm going to talk a lot more about mulligans, altering hands. I'm going to talk about key cards. I'm going to be also adding that to the guide, so it's all coming together.
So you'll be the one doing most of the talking today.
Yeah, I don't have a drink, and that's great.
But before we do that, I actually forgot to pick it up. Oh, we do have something...
The surprise,
not
excitement.
really a surprise.
No, everybody knows.
We have a giveaway to do for this very Mulan charging ahead.
Yep.
This one, not the playmat. The
Not
card.
the playmat, the card.
And
we
have everyone who did. No, not this one. This one.
This one. All right.
So everyone who is subscribed on Twitch and everyone who filled out the form on YouTube, which after this I'm going to delete the data once again, is on this wheel. And now it's time to see who's going to win the Mulan.
Drum roll. By the way, my name is not on there, even though I'm...
And Arctic Surf X, one of our Twitch followers, you will receive a whisper from me tomorrow regarding how to send you this Mulan charging ahead. Congratulations, Arctic Surf X.
I actually know who that is.
You know who that is?
I can actually just take the card and
hand deliver it to them?
Yeah.
Perfect. So thank you guys for playing along with this. But now, what do you want to play this against?
So we have what? We have dogs, we have yellow purple, we have blue green, and purple steel, right?
Yep. I feel like one of the matchups we haven't really done this season is this against blue green.
Yep. We can start.
So we can start with it. We can start there.
Yep. So blue green, this one.
Probably one of the decks I despise the most in this meta, but not as much as in the Fabled one, so it's fine.
To be fair, like, you have ways to turn the corner. You have ways to just, like, do stuff with the deck nowadays. I remember in Fable it was just, like, a painful experience of, like, I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to draw another card. I'm going to go searching for a card. I'm going to do some more drawing.
Wipe the board, but not win the game. Just stop you. Like, now it actually wins, which is
like the mirror.
improvement.
The mirror was super boring and tedious. Nowadays, I think it's a lot more skill driven, even though it's not very fun. As some might have seen in
the finale of Richmond.
So yeah, and to be fair, this is the only deck I lost to, apart from top 32, which was a Blurple deck. So it's the only matchup I lost in Richmond. So I feel the matchup is a bit, like my guide would say, unfavorable. I don't think it's very unfavorable. I feel that Dogs is probably the worst matchup for Blue Steel. This is quite, I don't want to say it's even, but it's only slightly unfavorable. There are games where you can just like snowball blue-green out of the game. Sometimes they won't draw their combo. Sometimes they will combo you more than once, and that will be too much for you.
And you do have the ability to play Horseman, which can disrupt their game plan quite a bit.
That's exactly the point I was coming to. Horseman is probably one of the big cards you want to see. It's kind of awkward because you don't want to keep it in your starting hand. Sometimes against like Dogs, you want to keep a Tinkerbell in your opener. If you're able to, if you have your ramp and everything. The Horseman, you just cannot do that. Probably what I would try to have as a priority is ramp, and maybe more ramp again. Out of this, you kind of want to out ramp the blue player. So you want to do even or odd on 2 die?
Odd.
That is odd. So I'll be on the draw.
Yes, sir.
So here you might see on the hand cam some things. As I always say, it's very important to be very disciplined about your altars. Here I'm gonna go back 5. All right, we got.
I'll return 2.
So, what is that? We got there though. Mulligan 5. Mulliganing 5 is always like, when looking for ramp, because like you're always seeing it in the first turns of the game. I didn't have the ramp. I still only mulligan 5, keeping 2 other pieces that are very pivotal. As I was saying, there are some cards you always want to keep in your hand. Either it's your 1-drops, Develop Your Brain, and Mulan. You may want to keep Cinderella, not shipping it back just for the sake of having to find it back later on.
On 1 turn later.
and obviously your 2-drop ramp. So these are like the 5 cards you always want to keep in your opener.
All right. So it's gonna be against you, Philip, into Clarabelle.
Yep.
Go.
All right. Thinking a Tipo. Mulan.
Yep.
This is not the greatest, so we're gonna be discarding Arthur. Pass turn.
Draw. Tipo. Sail. John Silver. Husband.
All of those draws. Ooh-wee. I think I kind of want to keep my hand high with a sail. All right. Their sale. Passing your turn.
All right. Let's see what this holds for us. I think here I'm going to Basil into the ink. Cinderella. End of turn. Tough choice here. It's not a deck I usually pilot. Both options are tempting, but I think it's going to be this. For a bit. Yeah, okay.
You draw the cards you just think.
Thoughtseize Bug. Go ahead.
Draw. Alright. So, we're going Visions, Cindy, end of turn. Put something here. Going up this. Got it.
Alright. Draw. I'm gonna vision here.
Yep. Be careful with those sleeves. They're like
4,
so sticky.
5. Yeah, they are.
They're Dragon Shield classics, and like I really dislike them. I just really like the art on them. It was a limited edition, and you know, I'm that kind of person that you stick limited edition on something and like I want it.
I want it. I mean, we're gonna start by doing this.
Sure.
You're welcome here. Another vision.
Yep.
5.
Draw 2.
Well, I think I actually like this better. I will improvise.
Sure.
Draw a card. And ink. Tipo, go ahead.
Right. A lot of digging.
Yeah.
Think this is the play here. Ariel, which is not a great card in the matchup, to be fair. I think I just want to get something rolling. Go ahead.
Draw. Man.
Yeah, like right here, generally you're trying to have a Clarabelle.
Yeah.
And I think you were searching for that, not finding it.
I'm going to. You're welcome myself here.
Sure.
Trying to.
Yeah, well, it's gonna pay off if you get.
If I can find a Clarabelle, yeah. Then again, I'm stuffing my hand instead of yours.
Yeah, well, you're probably able to just like ink and play and then.
Yeah, but I'm re-putting all the non-Clarabelles I put at the bottom in the middle of the deck, so.
Fair enough.
Sure, buddy.
2 cards.
2 cards, right. Let's ink Depot and at least delay this.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna live by my word of you want to ramp the hardest when. Quest for 1.
Woo!
Okay, it's writing the lore now.
Draw. I'm gonna improvise.
Yep.
Draw a card. No, this is dumb.
Sounds silver.
I'm gonna max goof.
The one of Max Goof.
The one of max goof. Yeah, no, not even finding like the actual good hitters. At this point, I think I'm just gonna trade.
Sure.
I'll be honest. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can just hardcast.
I can hardcast a Clarabelle.
Yep. Yeah. Ooh. Hmm. 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 Yeah. That's gonna be that. Let's put bodies on board. I'm gonna take it out.
Okay.
That card is so dangerous when left unchecked. Go ahead. Yeah.
Forget it.
We can do a quick
This
other
is-
one.
Yeah, we can recome to this one to get a better match, but everyone's saying that this deck's the best deck ever. It relies on like three card combos that if you don't get the right pieces of the right combos together,
It is much harder to play. Like I played it last weekend in a set champ. It's not as like it rewards the really good players. Also, it really rewards the fact that you're high rolling a lot.
It is a really high rolly deck to me. Like that's, I hear a lot of like, oh, it rewards like the really good players in the sense that you're gonna view your whole deck eventually because you're gonna see so much cards, so you're gonna find it. But if you don't, like, I drew what 12, 15 deep, not finding the shift Clarabelle, and
Yeah.
not finding like
Oh,
the-
because like if you're welcoming my Cindy and then just hard shifting.
yeah, hard shifting, like that the game was over.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, well, I had the 80s, but like
No,
even
not
there,
over,
like,
over, but by that point, like the basil I had in hand would have done something instead of being like, oh, I can return your basil to your hand so you can Hades it back. 7 ink do nothing.
yeah.
There, let's redo it. No, I feel that it was really well positioned for Richmond, but I'm definitely not a fan of something that is that glass cannony in the way it's built.
Understandable.
This,
Go
this,
for 5.
this. Our return 3.
And that's like, I said I was gonna comment a bit on the cards you really want to see. I talked about the Horseman. I said the aerial is not great because it's a bit too much setup for a deck that has some really good tempo options as removal. I think it's really hard to enact the Tinkerbell cheesy play, I want to call it, the one with like Tinkerbell and Archer. You saw me just like discarding the Archer. Was way too early for it in the game. It's the kind of card you often want to see later rather than earlier. You can start us off.
Yes, it's going to be John Silver into Clarabelle Go. Yep.
I'm gonna ink the strength and just develop my brain. Brain developed.
Raw. Speaking of developing, mine is sadly going to go into the ink. I'm gonna quest for 1 here.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Ink the ink runner.
Ink Runner, one of the cards that I know you told me if you don't have your ramp, you still feel is valuable of playing on 2.
I think you're taking this a bit out of context, but yes, it is a card that doesn't feel quite as bad because sometimes you're finding your ramp for the third turn. Sometimes you want to fire off Vision of the Future. The thing is about that, I was talking especially in a like blue-red shell where you want to have like the Mickey Detective. That might be your
No. We were talking about this in the context of this deck like a few weeks back, you and I.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Sometimes if you're able, and also, again, it's a high roll. It's that kind of like blue-greeny high roll of like, I'm going to draw, I'm going to find this, I'm going to fire it off, find another one, or find a Tipo, and then you kind of feel like you have a big brain, but... so what do I want to do here? This is gonna be Tinkerbell. I said it wasn't that great here. Mulan. Hiya. Discarding this. Go ahead.
Draw. It's gonna be a You're Welcome in the ink for a Donald Duck here.
Mm-hmm.
And a Quest with Tipo. Go ahead.
Not as easy as I thought. This is a very pesky card, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I have to comment on how pesky the Donald is. Like it's like it has a big body, and like gives you more card advantage than it's gonna give me. So I think here it's Ariel into Cindy into something going in the ink. What is that something? I think that is the something that goes there. Go ahead. There was maybe a point of challenging the Tipo, but I don't think
Draw for Donald?
Yep.
Draw for turn. This. Quest.
Okay. All right. Trying to find Clarabelle.
I freaking hate this deck.
You've had like the worst experiences with it.
I'm getting stuck with uninks after Mulligan that I'm not keeping pre-Mulligan, that I have to ink even though they're great cards, and then like not finding the shift Clarabelle because you're like the Clarabelle line is really a 3-piece combo that you need by turn 4, but you also need like all your inkables to get there. Tipo is terrible compared to Sail when you're on the play.
You deplete your hand really quickly. Like I always say, I prefer this on the play. The Tipo is fine. No.
I'm gonna Sail. Draw a card. Sure, whatever. This, and go ahead, steamroll me.
It's not gonna be like.
Come on, fans of blue-green, tell me how it's a driver issue and not the fact that if this deck does not perfectly high roll, it's just a pile of trash.
And I'm gonna just take out the.
Yeah, go ahead.
The rest is still gonna stay
yeah.
here. And go ahead. Now you can combo me if you want to.
Yeah, I wouldn't need an Inkable. That would not be my only card I could play on 6. Let's put this.
Right.
And I have 2 terrible options of what I can ink this turn. That's amazing. It's going to be that because I'm going to lose anyway. Go ahead. Oh, man. I hate this deck. With a passion.
Yeah.
Yep.
At this point, I'm just gonna start clocking 4.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I mean, since it's not gonna do anything anyways, Prince Philip.
Sure.
Draw a card. Then Tipo. Nope, I don't even care. I can bend to my will, but you have it board 10 times my size. I have this. Like, how many more useless cards until I find a stupid shift Clarabelle in this deck?
I promise there are 4 in there. I built it.
Oh, I know you. I believe you. It's just...
No. So, the takeaway here, like, it's gonna happen. Like, I said this is the only deck I lost to in Richmond.
Yeah.
This is gonna happen. And, like, you take them when they come in, like, big tournaments, you know. Are we...
yeah, but I'm still really, like, unhinged at people who...
really swear by it.
Yeah, or, like, sing the praises of this deck as if it's, like...
the second coming of...
the second coming of Christ, when, like, the deck will absolutely... the deck has a million ways to break in your hands.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like, a few seconds after each matchup. So, as I said, key card, Headless Horseman.
Yep.
I also really like Hades. Like, hold on to your Hadeses, especially when the deck combos you. It's probably your best way to come back from a Philip. Also, a very good way to deal with the Clarabelle. So yeah, that's about what I have to say. These are the 2 key cards you really want to see. You can, like, your Pluto, which is a silver bullet, you kind of want to ink. You don't have a lot of value out of it. The Arthur, get rid of it in the early hand, or try and make a big haymaker play later on in the game if you see it off the top deck.
Yep.
So this is gonna be it for this.
For blue-green. Trash deck for trash players who don't value other people's time.
Come on, there are some nice blue-green
There are some really nice blue-green players. I'm not, like, I'm being mean, but to be fair, some of our local blue-green players are not the best in time management, so it also comes with the...
And that's what I was saying. I was playing set champs last week, not trying to sound like I'm all-knowing, and I just play more volume than most people locally. And that's the thing. I was looking at a blue-green player playing for the first time against Amber Sapphire, right? They had no idea how to manage the thing. I saw them drawing their 4 malicious, mean, and scary, and they kind of just fumbled the pooch there. Like, they didn't fire any one of them. I was like, you have 4 of them. That's a rat the board. You can just, like, sing one, play 2 others, you rat the board, and then if they want to go with another, like, Tiana or another 1/4, you have a full board with, like, tons of ink to challenge it. Just, like, think a bit outside the box, because it's an outside the box matchup, right?
Yeah. Anyways, let's see what we have here. So be it. I feel like that right now. Flash, Browsing Lead, Violet, Headless Horseman, not the right one. Brooklyn, Webby, Games Afoot, Emily Quackfaster, a rare, Ichabod Crane, a super rare. I must have 20 of those.
Yeah.
It's like probably the most
so
common
bad.
super rare I've had. And a big nose.
All right, we're going for my pack. Let's see. This is still the same box that had the iconic,
80s.
right?
Yeah.
Elanwi, cool card. Rapunzel, Elena, Hudson. I felt it could have seen more play this season. Olaf, great card.
Great card.
I think this is gonna be seen maybe a little more now that we are trying to boost for, like, really cheap and, like, just. Alright, history, Next up, Olympus. Oh, we have here a
legendary
Demona.
Demona, that's good. That is good.
Inscrutable map. So, good Demona.
Not a bad pack indeed. That one. All right.
This one will be against the, I would say, boogeyman of the format. That didn't do that well in Richmond.
No.
Like, oh,
That's not Purple Steel.
okay. I thought you were. Oh no, okay.
That's Ember Amethyst.
Ember Amethyst.
Which is probably my favorite flavor of Ember this set. Of Amethyst this set.
And I would have to concur. Well, I have kind of a mixed bag with Blurple. Blurple would be my favorite flavor, but I played it for so long last set, and like after being able to come back to a steel deck, which is kind of my wheelhouse, I kind of just like grit my teeth when
I'll be honest, it's probably like I like the play pattern of this version a lot more than the Blurple one. Even though they try to do basically the same thing, I do feel this one is a lot worse against you because it has a lot of anti-evasive tech, and you don't have evasives.
Exactly. Yeah, and that was kind of a tech without wanting to be one for my deck of like, oh, I'm blanking most of your removal.
Yep.
Depending on the ratios that you have, the Horseman Strikes and World's Greatest. Because World's Greatest
will hit on your board. That's
it's
fine.
very, very good. But, yeah. But this was actually my favorite flavor of Amethyst deck.
We done.
Odd? You said odd?
Yeah.
All right.
Even. All right.
I'll be on play. All right. Like, this matchup, I feel, was somewhat favorable in Richmond and, like, just in general.
I feel like it would be, to be completely honest. This...
Going for one.
This I'll go for 3. Tootsies!
But yeah, everybody that wanted to listen to me before the tournament that were like, what should I be playing? Should I be on blue-green? Should I be on purple steel? And like with this Throne in the mix, I was like, go for this if you played a lot of Amethyst Steel. Because it just feels like the hybrid of that and Blurple doing what you want most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, you can high roll when it's good to high roll. You can just do the very consistent thing when you have to. So, envelop. Yeah.
Hey, Horseman Strikes.
The card you definitely want to...
The card I definitely returned on my mulligan and redrew.
As I always say.
As Zuko would say, that's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy. Do I want to do this? I want the body. Hiya. Tipo and pass.
Yep. The raw.
Another one?
Another one.
Oh, yes.
And a Junior Woodchuck guidebook.
Ooh, not the lantern, you...
Nor a character, to be fair.
Fair enough. I'll ink the second Kita for that Cinderella.
Yeah. I'm starting to think one of the reasons I really dislike high rolly deck is that I have terrible luck.
Actually, I'm just gonna push for
quest.
one that's for free, and then I'm doing the Cinderella effect. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I absolutely never get the high roll hand, or barely at all. So it really... No, show up. Prick.
The lantern?
No. The Mowgli.
Oh. I guess that is gonna be that. And you see the
But
Goliath.
seeing the Goliath, I'm thinking I'm not gonna crack the word.
At least that's
The
what he
woodchuck
was
guy,
good
but-
for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spoiled my surprise.
Go ahead.
Draw. Now you're gonna know that I'm gonna keep the Ink Runner in hand just because it's a very good card in the matchup. And I think I don't have a lot of value at firing this off on something on your side for now. Goliaths.
Yep.
I'm gonna Steel Quest with that. Just press some advantage. Go to my end of turn. Draw one.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Draw. That changes things. I think it's gonna be Ursula. It's gonna be World's Greatest here.
Not bad.
I'm gonna crack this.
Yep.
1, 2. And then I'm gonna quest and bonk.
Quest and Bonk.
Go ahead.
Questing and Bonking are good options here. Okay. Would have
Saying
loved.
I don't draw the right thing, and then I top deck the card that allows me to stay in the game. Namari.
Namari. I'm gonna do her effect.
Yep.
I would like to ramp with that, but I think I can't. Whatever. Hiya.
So that's 5.
And yeah, 5 cards in the graveyard, and I think I'm just passing here.
All right.
Not using Cindy.
Draw. This is ready. This. Cat here. Then what?
I'm gonna take this little downtime just to
Yeah,
talk
yeah, go
about
ahead, go
some
ahead.
key cards, and that's the thing. I think this is kind of the bread and butter that this deck wants to take on, like the Amethyst non-blue decks. So not Blurple, because Blurple just plays a bit differently because they kind of follow you along on your ramp journey. Meanwhile, this and Purple Steel will be able to this. They will be able to you will be able to kind of have a lot of good interaction with them with either Hades. Vincenzo is super great for like Dumbos and stuff like that.
Do I have value in doing that? I don't think so. Go ahead.
Alright. Let's Namari effect.
Yep.
Would like you, buddy, but don't think it's your time to shine. Draw. Let's fire this off.
That's good. Yeah, no, Namari for this deck is especially hard if I don't find another
Another World's Greatest.
World's Greatest.
So
Because it's a big body. And I don't, as of right now, have a lot of... yeah, that works.
I'm giving you ink to deal with her.
That is true. Yep.
Go ahead.
And that ink will be very relevant in a second. Draw. So for 2, I'm going to lantern.
Yep.
Then lantern plus 4 will be Hades on the Mari.
You can draw from it.
Uno.
And those.
No, it's like the draw 2 card. Iago. This. Go ahead.
Not gonna do Namari.
No, you're not gonna just dump a card and.
Well, sometimes it's useful, like if it's something you don't really want to see. But this is something useful, so let's.
Through here. Sure.
And just keep on questing.
You got it. This. Draw. So that's that. All right. Let's start here. Well, actually, 4 and lantern. On Vincenzo.
This one I can let go of.
Okay. Both are gonna go crash here.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Draw. Dumbo. Dumbo.
Ooh. Double.
Royal Guard.
Yep.
Go ahead.
That's a scary board. Ooh, this is not scary at all. Let's try and dig. Do your thing, honey.
Draw. Oh.
The Mona?
The Mona. We're gonna draw each.
Yep.
So I've drawn. Well, I've drawn enough cards already.
Yeah,
to be
you're
able to do
gonna
that,
be
but I
able
don't
to
even
try.
need to do anything. That being said, Dumbo effect once. Draw a card. Dumbo effect twice. Draw a card. Let's go see that hand of yours. So Munan and Vincenzo, gotcha. Let's ink the Royal Guard here and quest with 80s for 1. Go ahead.
Scary board. Scary, scary. So you saw him. You know it's coming.
Vincenzo!
I'm gonna take down one of Dumbo's. I'm gonna go for Mulan.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go for develop. Try to set up something for next turn. Hooey. This should be it. Go.
All the untaps. The readies. Draw. It's going to be a 1 Dumbo effect to start. Okay, this guy helps. It's going to be a lantern.
More.
2 lantern for a Iago.
Big.
5 here for an Ursula. 1 to boost it.
Yep.
Might as well. And then, yeah, let's go for 4.
We're off to races.
Go ahead.
Alright. Draw. Alright. Need to start somewhere. Hades?
Yeah.
We're gonna take down this.
I will accept your gift.
Then you're gonna do that. And I'm gonna do that. And we're gonna do that.
Are we gonna do that?
I don't know. I'm gonna take down the Hades.
Sure.
Faster.
Boop, 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 boop. Drop. Well, we'll start with the usual.
The mandatory.
The mandatory. You have one card in hand?
One card.
How about you show me what it is? Okay. A lot less scary than multiple other options.
It's really useful to keep those. Yeah, sure. Very useful to keep those.
I'll send the 2 damage
Yeah.
here. Play a genie. Draw a card. And because why not? 2 Elonis.
That's some scary board, sir.
This came in. Well, everything came in, so just the moldy. Go ahead.
You know the worst thing I'm gonna tell you?
What, you have no, you don't have spooky side. You have
No, the spooky is on the bottom because I saw both in my vision.
Kill Dumbo with Ink Runner. That man can't keep trying like that.
That's what I'm gonna do this turn because now I have something worthy to. All right, first and foremost, Bing Bong.
You need to exert the Ink Runner as if that's gonna do anything.
All right, this is the reason she's here.
Yeah. Try to find a better card than a Cinderella.
It's gonna be hard.
You have 5, which is not exactly the rate you're looking for here, I guess.
I'm actually just trying to get to that. Are you lethal?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah,
You are. This just came in.
this just came in.
I have one out is to like probably try and take down this
Yep. With a string?
with not this.
No, not with a Vincenzo.
All right.
Hey, stabilize.
So this is a good example. Like, I think the this was under the cat. That's scary. So, in those kind of grind games, sometimes you will, if you have to like spin your wheels too much, like I did, like keeping Mulan up to be able to just go through the deck, this is gonna be problematic.
Yeah.
Like at some point, I was trying to kind of to unlock with Hades. If I had that Vincenzo you just saw here at the top without having to
to play Mulan and Sail and
everything, then I was kind of like, okay, I can deal with the Dumbo. I can deal with something else than Dumbo. At the same time, it's challenging with that Hades.
would have been a little bit better, but then again,
Yeah. So we can do kind of the same, just to stay in that streamline if you want to switch to Purple Steel.
Yep.
It's going to feel a bit redundant, but that's fine, I feel.
I feel like they're somewhat different for being 2 Amethyst decks. Coming from the guy who complains that all Amethyst deck feels the same.
Yeah.
I have cards that are upside down. Give me a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Here, have a pack while we wait.
Best consolation prize ever. All right. So
what happened to this deck that I have cards upside down?
you dropped it.
I didn't.
All right. So
No.
next pack. Let's hope for something as good as the Demona. Chomp.
Chomp, chomp.
Gurgi. Detective badge. Elsa. Okay. I have to do like one comment. Like everybody talk to me about this card, but I'm much faster. I understand it's a song. I understand it triggers Ariel. It is not repeatable. Ink Runner is much better. It, for once, it cantrips. For the second thing, it's repeatable. the one time you're gonna do 3 damage with that when you have an aerial on board is not equivalent to the card you're drawing and the probably 2 characters or more you're killing with the Ink Runner.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But I understand why people are saying it. Like they're like, "Oh, you're an Ariel shell." Ariel is just there because she's a princess. Because she kind of fills in nicely. Because she gives more value to like strength, which is not a super great card in the deck. Like it's good sometimes, but Tehran, Lexington.
It's a really cool card. Next set, we're going to be able to do the same as that, but inkable and in the color that's not made to deal with characters efficiently.
Yay, let it go. Katarina. I have a Sebastian here and a super. It's a Hans. And what is this? Oh, it's a Mickey Detective. I was talking about that guy earlier. People were.
Blue-red.
Yeah, I think the Blue-Red has something that, like, I feel that the Moana, if ever she gets a good shell, it will probably Blue-Red. Because you're gonna. Because I don't think you have much space for her in Blue Steel, in my opinion. I don't think you have much space for her in Blurple because you want to be much more proactive with, like, Elsa and whatnot. Also, Elsa is a heck of a card.
Yeah.
Probably too strong. We were talking about it
Before the stream.
Before the stream, like, it would probably be the first card that we were talking about eventual potential bannings that could happen to
But for
unclog the meta. But
like we were talking about bans, and I've had talks with a few people, and I think the conclusion I'm getting to is not that bans is the solution, as much as fixing the mulligan might be, because the mulligan enables really, really high rolly decks to be super consistent. Because imagine having like a blue X deck that needs its ramp on 2 if your options are keep a full 7 or mulligan a full 7. And all of a sudden you have the chance of, okay, I have some of my ramp, but a terrible rest of my hand. Do I throw it all back and hope to redraw a ramp, or my deck does nothing? It kind of, because right now the hand smoothing makes it so easy to have super high rolly decks.
I think it's also what makes the game feel less bad than certain games of Magic, let's say, where you feel that card that you have in your hand, like that one less card you have.
Like, I don't think we need the Magic version of Mulligan.
No, I think this is.
But I feel like what a lot of people are experiencing as, oh, all the decks feel samey, everything is super high rolly, and like blue and like purple X is so strong, is explained a lot more by the consistency of the hands you get post mulligan than it is purely just by the deck construction. You would have to build your decks very differently if you weren't assured to have a turn to ramp 99.5% of the time with the right composition and a Mall 7.
Yeah, the right math. I did it in the hyper geometrical calculator. I think seeing the 14 top cards of your deck, it's about 92 or 93%.
Yeah,
like it's really high.
Like even if it was just to say we keep it the same, but you shuffle your deck before redrawing, might be enough to.
That would be interesting.
Throw a wrench in like some of the.
That would be interesting. Then again, you would have the problem of people kind of complaining that they thought Seize bug themselves, but it would be even because everybody would have the option to do that.
Even odd.
Even.
I'll start.
What's that?
Yeah, no, it's really curious to figure out like what it's gonna take for. I don't want to say fix it, but figure out something a bit different than how things are right now. 3 for me. 1, 2, 3. Because I was teaching someone to play today, and when you're teaching a new player and the lesson that you give them is, oh yeah, by the way, mulligan is like the most important decision of your whole game, it feels a bit weird.
and that's like I can nuance that with the opinion of many a Magic player that played Lorcana with me. They're like, okay, your mulligan is super broken.
Yeah.
Like that's the first reaction you get. Like your mulligan is so permissive, it's ridiculous. Your hands are always gonna be like kind of perfect, and like not perfect, but like you're gonna get good games like 80% of the time. I want to say.
Which, you know, beads being mana screwed in Magic. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. You're starting us off.
I am. And I have a terrible hand.
Uh-oh. It's easy. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4. Sing.
Yeah.
It's not doing that.
Imagine if you had that, but without 1 and without 2.
Ooh.
And without sing.
It's all 3s?
Yeah, a lot of 3s and 4s.
Oof.
And a Demona. Go ahead.
Yikes.
Yikes.
I'm gonna.
It'll be a fun one.
For sure, I'm taking that. Go ahead.
No, I'll tell you afterwards what, like... Well, I can tell you that part. I was keeping the Pluto being like, oh, you know, if he gets his Ink Runner, which is the best card against me,
Yeah.
I can at least break it, but... Go ahead.
That, go.
Yeah. Do you need to Shire go?
Well, sure, scary.
Well, not without anything to put damage.
Sure, but still scary. Don't get me wrong. This thing. Just for sure.
Yeah.
And then trying to find the right thing that I want to send here. I think this is that.
Turn?
Yeah.
Demona, Dumbo, go ahead.
Okay. I guess it's getting interesting. Well, let's first and foremost, Namari.
Yep.
I think I have to discard this. Still a bit early for it. Gotta deal with the Dumbo. Now I have that.
That's 3 cards in your discard?
That's 3. Then I have to ink something. Yeah. Feel that ink for Cinderella is gonna be this. Draw. Pass.
This doesn't change much now, does it? No, it doesn't. Which means it probably goes here.
Elsa.
Also that, send both into it for 3 and 3. And now, like, Tipo trades for Cheshire Cat, but go ahead. With the Dumbo, it would have been a little bit better, but could have taken out the Cindy as well. Yep.
As mentioned.
No way.
Go ahead.
Draw. What do I want to do here? I think it's going to do this and this.
Okay.
Go ahead. GG.
You didn't have one nor two. That would have been a different game.
Yeah, we'll replay it, to be fair.
Yep.
Like,
Because again,
Blurple, the purple steel that doesn't play 1-drops or 2-drops is not a game.
exactly.
Hey, Camille, that's been a while.
They're saying that's not how you do it.
No, okay, thanks. Yeah, no, I won like a champion mat with purple steel. I'm usually aware that. The thing is, with like, I'll be fair. I probably mulligan bad, but like I know what you're playing, and I had Pluto, Jenny, Cheshire, and Dumbo. And I was like, okay, those are like Pluto. There's only one in the deck, so you don't really want to.
I would have sent it back. To be fair,
Probably.
And that's what I was discussing with people today, because like we play against each other a lot, right?
Yeah.
And I feel we don't mulligan with the same, I would say, attitude, with the same things in mind. I think sometimes you're either too conservative, or you kind of streamline your vision on what you want to do about it.
Yeah.
But you say you don't like to high roll. Sometimes I'm gonna take the chance to high roll something.
Yeah,
like,
you're a really high rolly player. I'm someone who likes a consistent deck with a game plan that will deviate depending on the game, but at least that I can envision what I want to do and have a little bit more consistency than being like, okay, let's ship it. And
yeah, because like you just said the shape of your hand, and I was like, I was definitely shipping that Pluto. Like, I wanted that extra card to be able to probably get the 1 or the 2.
Yeah, but there's so many 1s and 2s in this deck that I was like,
I understand, but it's still
chances of not getting it.
It's still odds. It's still like I don't remember how many percent is per card. I
I'll start the
ran
second
it.
one.
Yeah, because like I ran it and it's like
no, not shipping to Pluto was definitely not the best call. Let's call it that. This looks more like the kind of hand you usually want to play with this.
1 for 2.
Might even keep this 2 as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay, that works.
Not the kind of mulligan you like. I've seen my mulligan. I'm like,
Doing okay. Set champs are they're over for me. They're mostly over for Drew. You have one tomorrow.
Yep. Playing a split a case.
Pretty tired in my case, which kind of shows in my
Yeah.
morale right now.
Yeah.
Been doing a lot of overtime at work.
And also, I think this meta, as much as it's favorable for a person like me, like we were talking about like philosophy and whatnot, is not the greatest for you. You are kind of fed up with some of the decks that show.
Like we were talking about it beforehand, but the meta for the past 2 set has been mostly who can have the controlliest of control decks. And there's variety as long as you like your control that drains resources and then wins.
And that's the thing. Like I was trying to, like, at the start of the set, I'm always trying to be like overly optimistic about it. I was like, oh, maybe red can do something with locations this time. Maybe there's a purple, yellow-purple aggro deck with the new Pocahontas and
Yeah.
So
And meanwhile, I'm looking at a lot of really cool cards in the set and being like, yeah, it's not gonna cut it in the current environment. So I'll be surprised once everything's revealed. Raw. But for now, it's not the most enthusiastic I've been about a set in years. Let's say it like that. Yeah, I guess it's that Royal Guard into Calhoun. Which one? Go ahead.
no. It's fine.
Yeah, you just minus. Yeah, no, like all the Amethyst deck feel pretty samey, apart from like the Burn deck for obvious reasons. And when you go into non-Amethyst, like it's control, control, control. And even blue-green is like, sure, it's a different form of the same thing. Oh no, it's not my cup of tea right now, but you know, part of the game. Let's go with Lexington here.
Sure.
This one. Yep. Go ahead.
Always here to serve, Depot.
Pretty Cindy. Thank you. Draw. Hook to Cheshire.
Yep.
Quest for one here. Go ahead.
That what I want to be doing here. Because this does that, this does that, this does that.
Does it do that?
It does that.
Got fed up with the 4 month, 1 month there or so. Took 1 week break. To 2 months of not wanting to play the game. It's I've watched Spessie's video and I sadly have to agree with him. Like there is something that doesn't fit right now with the competitive metagame. Because I've played with, I will say, less competitive people and versions, and like there's still a lot of fun to be had in Lorcana right now. The problem is it's not in the competitive side of the game. It's just, oh, you have to play non-competitively for it to be fun right now.
And then it's always like that fine line of like, how non-competitive do you want to be before you start hinging into like very good cards, like card combinations, and
Yep.
it's always hard to me to understand non-competitive being a competitive player. Obviously,
Yeah, you're about as competitive as it gets. So
Yeah.
there's that. I'll remove the Cindy. Go to 3. Bring out a cat. Move 2 damage
Yep.
here. And pass the turn.
okay.
But no, it's my take is that competitive has a problem right now. And of course, once you start playing competitive, not optimizing your decks when you know the interactions is really hard, and it's even harder when you're someone like me who goes to like 2 or 3 leagues a week, and you have to all of a sudden take into consideration that people at your league are going to play like highly competitive decks.
Can't let that live.
Witness me.
Go ahead.
Draw. It's going to be Elsa, and it's going to be 2 lore.
Sure.
With 1 more. Go ahead. But no, like, we're at the point where Calhuna's resist should have 1 more lore.
What?
She does have resist. She didn't have damage from,
She doesn't have.
but she's still crushing into a 4-drop. What did I forget?
No, I think you're fine.
Yeah, I didn't quest with her the turn before.
Yeah, you didn't turn
I
her
think
side.
that's what happened.
I'll draw one.
Draw. Let's go with Genie.
Yep.
For card. Huh. It's an interesting conundrum.
Do you want to ink to see deeper, or?
No, I will ink, but it's like, do I want to keep this and then prevent your Goliath? But no, I will be diligent here in what I do. I'll go quest for 2 here.
Yeah.
Oh, you can ink runner your. Do I mind though? If what you have in hand is a Vincenzo, I kind of do mind. Yeah, it's gonna be just the Lexington for 1. End turn, draw 2. Go ahead. Yeah, I was afraid to quest in front of Cindy. Because he has so many chip damage in what he does. Yep. Mm-hmm. Draw. Okay, I guess. So let's do 3 here.
Yep.
Still the loser in this, but let's do another 3 here.
Mm-hmm.
And then quest for 4. Go ahead.
Okay. Pretty aggressive.
Yep. I mean, I have to be. You have a lot bigger top hand than I do. And you have more ink, so I can't really afford to let you just run away with it.
I think for now is
this on Vincenzo. 2 here. And
I can do that trick too. Now do I want to ink with the Cindy? Don't even want to. Go.
Okay. We're going to do something funny. Going to bring it to 4.
4.
Going to bring it to 6.
Yep.
Going to bring it back to hand.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to bring it to 8.
Alright.
Then, for my next trick, no, I'll keep that in hand. That's turn.
Alright. Some Elsa juggling here.
Yeah, juggle the Elsa. Yeah, I was afraid.
Alright, Namari.
Sure.
You saw my secrets now. Let's just cast it, see if I can get something I like.
And if not, it'll go in the ink with Cinderella.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. Now let's ask the question: how much do you like that Namari?
You're gonna make me choose if I want to make you draw. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool. So earlier I drew 2 strengths in a row, and now I just redrew the same card twice in a row as well. Always fun when that happens. Let's ink. You know what? Saying that here. Yeah. Huh.
Oh, does he want to play the magical maneuver?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Because I could return to Hades.
It's your best way to deal with that.
It is a good way to deal with that. It is a good way to deal with that. Now, I'll ink it. I'll pass the turn. Sure. I have other ways.
Namari effect.
Yep. Draw for turn.
More digging. More, I say. Since you don't like Namaris that much.
Let's play a second one.
Yeah, no effect.
Okay.
Let's get on the board here.
Yeah.
But
Come on, a cat. Not a cat.
try to find a cat.
Well, this is also problematic for you, though. It's an interesting conundrum, to a degree. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Calhoun and Hook.
Big board.
Because then I can do that and do this one.
Yep.
And I still threaten to cheaply challenge the other one next turn. Go ahead.
No effect.
Yep.
Pass.
Okay. I'll take it.
Another great card off the top.
Draw. I'll ink a Dumbo. I'll Demona.
Yep.
Draw 2 for myself and for you.
Yep.
I think I'll keep it in hand though. So that's a 4. So let's start here with a 4 here. And then yeah. No, I have to limit this. Then this into this here for 2 lore. Go ahead. You have too many princesses in there for me to let you sculpt your hand even more. How surprising. Vision.
Gonna be it, and gotta pull ahead.
Sure. Draw. Okay, that works. Genie.
Sure.
Draw. Huh. That is tempting. Cards in hand?
3.
3.
Demona?
No. No, wondering about playing a card, but I can do it this way though. I'll Cobra the Pluto.
Oh, that.
And then Duck. 2 quest for 2 here. Go to 17.
Yeah, that pulls you ahead
Go
a
ahead.
lot.
Yeah.
Pulls you ahead a fair bit here, my lord. This is
Try
not.
to
This is not what.
see what can be done. Yeah, no, because I could have just played the Pluto and set up for the Inkrun, like the Inkrunner Destroy, but winning the game is more important than destroying the Inkrunner.
I would have to agree with that. This is lethal. This is not. Are you just lethal no matter what?
You need to take out both genies for it to...
Yeah, and I think this is what I cannot do. Yeah, I can only take care of one of them. I only take care of one of them, which is bothersome for some reason. Yeah, I made a wrong call on that vision. I saw like
Let's talk
Yeah.
it out.
yeah, because I saw a Thunderbolt
Mm-hmm.
off of it, which could have enticed me to probably just like ink this more aggressively. Well, that would have been a Thunderbolt, so I could have been like this, play a Thunderbolt, be able to ink runner the other genie, uh, and then just like put this in the ink with that and cycle one card deeper.
Well, this doesn't trade with Genie though.
If I Thunderbolted this one, it would.
No, that only does 3.
Secret mode +2 challenger on deities.
Oh, on deities, right. The thing that no one ever uses on.
I use it.
Thunderbolt.
I use it so much in Richmond. People were just like flabbergasted when I was telling them.
Right. My bad.
Yeah.
Secret mode indeed.
Yeah. No. That's
you could have. Yeah, with Thunderbolt you could have done that.
because then you're left with only that. You could come crashing into that.
And then Cheshire Cat the damage.
Yeah. No, that was probably too much in that case, but yeah.
Jeez.
We're only left with dogs. I don't know if you still want to run it.
It's getting a bit late. I'll open the second pack that I didn't before, and then we'll see.
You see how you feel about.
Funnily enough, dogs is probably the deck. It's not even true. Like, I tried playing dogs this season,
Yeah.
and even the meta version of dogs felt
Okay. You want to know? Today I played dogs.
Yeah.
Like, ew. Me playing dogs.
You playing dogs.
I still like. Well, 4-0'd the Swiss portion. I played the 4th round because I thought I couldn't like concede to my opponent,
Okay.
and then I said like, oh, I can just give you like the draw so you get a daisy, and he still made top 4. So I was like, okay, I mismathed very hard.
Something
here.
hard.
So that's the thing.
Zeus.
And then
and
I
Ink
lost
Runner.
Ink Runner, and then lost in the finals. But like the deck felt so autopilot at some points. Ooh,
Cheshire. Not bad. So
Not-
the moment in Cheshire tonight.
yeah. So
Did someone say Amethyst was broken?
I think you did.
But like my reflection just before you arrived that I told you is I don't think that like I won't say there's not a single card outside of Blurple that has made an impact on the game in this set because there's like Lexington and Goliath, but they're in
Thunderbolt.
fringe decks like Thunderbolt a bit.
Thunderbolt is a big mainstay. In,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, but it's basically like purple, blue, a bit of steel, and the 3 other colors basically got like green got MMS.
yeah. Green got the combo, but that's the thing. Like you're so enticed to play that people kind of overlook more aggressive strategies, more tempo strategies. It's all like controlling combo, and like it shows the best way you can do it is pairing it with blue because purple hasn't found like its right footing.
Yep.
So yeah, it's
Like we saw Burn that had the Labubu and the Flynn.
and even there, I have to say, if people are packing more item removal, like if Burn was rampant,
Yeah.
I would pack a second Pluto in there.
Yes.
You know, and Amethyst Steel would pack a second Pluto, and then you would see the share dropping just because they're over reliant on the items. I think decks are
I will disagree with you here because this reflection is the same discussion than me having about blue green. It's if this deck runs rampant, people are gonna run answers, but if you run those answers, you're not countering something else, and now you're actually playing to a wider field and not being as all in into your one strategy.
I understand. Like, that's the thing. I'm taking this example because this example is easy to kind of have a counter argument. Pluto is not a bad card. It's not.
Oh, no, it's not a bad card.
It's huge. It can have another use than just breaking items.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand that if you get very control-y decks that will and you never run to aggro decks, then you feel like your deck is one of the best decks you can be running. The thing is about some tech cards like Pluto, they're kind of fitted for not just answering that one item problem.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. Like
no, but it's still a trash card against blue green that you'd much rather have something else. It's sure. Like there's a lot of matchups where the card is really medium. Sure, it's inkable, but it's a slot where you would have something else instead that you need to fit in a Pluto. And with the arrival of the new Alice in the next set, I'm curious to see if that's going to be the just enough point for Burn to be a little bit more viable.
The Alice, you mean the 4/4 that gets a card that?
Not the Alice. Wrong card. Crap. What's the 1-drop evasive quest for 2 that you have to sack if you don't discard a card?
Oh, is it Miko?
I think it's Miko. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be Miko.
They spoiled a 1-drop 1/1 evasive that quest for 2, but if it's exerted at the end of the turn, you have to discard or sacrifice it. And that could replace Pegasus and be a much more aggressive thing. And since you have the Chromicons, the Show Me More, all of that, you might be this might be the deck where this slots in, and that extra 1-drop 2 quest that Basil and Hook and everything will not be able to remove early on might be just enough to get the deck over the edge. I'm curious to see what that's gonna.
Yeah, and then people will have to kind of start respecting it with Fire the Cannon and whatnot, which is not looking super great right now.
That's not the card you want to slot into your deck.
No,
and that has opportunity cost. So we might have a little bit more variety, because if a deck like that is good enough to challenge and people need to go out of their I'm so all in on my strategy, I can do whatever I want and people have to respect me, I don't have to respect them kind of attitude that is being played a lot right now, you get into a place where okay, cool, if there's disruptor decks and they have to adapt a little bit, it can be enough to disrupt the strategy.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be definitely interesting to see. Again, like I said, you're talking about disruptors. That's kind of what I was trying to go for when I built this deck. It was very, very strong, but also had a lot of angles to attack the metagame. It was conceding. It was seeing that it's not great against dogs. So running Spooky, running a number of Tinkerbells, being able to deal with aggro, being able to have a low curve that goes into aggro. Same thing, Spooky. Again, I was talking about key cards earlier in the episode. Against Purple Steel, Spooky is kind of a mixed bag. Sometimes you want it, because it will pull you ahead very, very hard, but sometimes it's gonna be awkward.
Because Purple draws enough cards that they're able to use that extra ink you're giving them.
That, and if they have a very good, a very 4-drop heavy hand, if they've established a good 4 and 5-drop board, your Spooky will be awkward. But even there, sometimes I found the Spooky later on in the game when they're just trying to run by deploying, I don't know, Black Heron, Hook, Palace Guard, and stuff like that, and protecting them with Cheshire Cat, and then you just go Spooky, and now they're really, I don't have any engines anymore.
I have to say it's why I was a bit surprised trying out Ember Sapphire, late in the set that we built for the girlfriend, and that I also played a little bit, because it plays well against a lot of the current strategies. Especially, like, the more green-blue there is, the stronger that deck is, because Ludwig's and Mowgli's.
Mm-hmm.
And blue-green without its actions is
Nothing.
a lot harder to... without the You're Welcome, the MMS, the... Bend to My Will against yellow, blue is kind of useless, but... kind of useless already, but it relies a lot on its action, and a lot of the decks actually do. If you catch a blue deck with a Ludwig on turn 2 and take their sail, and that's their ramp, you basically won. And there's one or two tools in the next set that might help that deck as well. Pocahontas being one of them, because it's a princess, it fits into the whole package. There might be an angle to...
they would have to show us a shift line, which they usually do, but I can still spitball that they might really want to hinge you into Amethyst Amber for that Pocahontas team.
I would rather not.
No,
I'm a bit tired of Amethyst, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I understand that. I just mean that they've shown...
I know that's what they seem to be hinting at right now, but I genuinely hope it's not what they're doing.
Well, probably that the small Amber one will not be as good, because like the Amethyst one is like super rare, which had a very like relevant effect, if I remember correctly. I don't remember. Was it the one that you quest for the value of a character in your graveyard or something?
Was it? I don't remember.
I think it's like a 2-drop uninkable Pocahontas. Like the body's small, but
it quests for the value of something in your... Well, which in an aggressive shell might be interesting.
Yeah, but locking you into 2 colors is not like a great feeling. Yeah.
I understand when it's like really niche strategies, but for one of your legendaries to be basically color locked, because if she doesn't shift, she does nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That would feel extra bad, especially if that color is like, play more Amethyst. Buy Demonas.
Not sure if she's an aggro card.
She's not an aggro card, but...
Buy Cheshire Cats, though.
Is there a thing that Cat doesn't do?
Cat is a very strong card. Like, we were talking about things that were too efficient in Amethyst. We were talking about Elsa. I think Cat is, like, really, really close right now.
It's one of the things that came out in Specie's video as well. And it's one where I'm on the fence. Cat is super strong, enabled by the fact that you're guaranteed Elsa can tap something and you can get that damage to move around.
Yeah.
Whereas Cat on a board where your opponent is just like, yeah, sure, let me keep everything untapped and grow a massive board until I can quest with everything.
It's a mixed bag in there, because like it's also the fear of like tapping out in front of a cat.
Yeah.
It's also like that kind of sub game of like, oh, do I want to commit to that board? Do I want to give something to the cat? Do I have something to deal with the cat before I start like?
Yeah, but if it was just aggro, right? You could be like, oh, I'm gonna put some bodyguards in there untapped, and if they demona me, well, I have the bodyguards anyway, and sure they can cat, but 6 is demona. So it's 8 to Demona plus Cat.
Yeah.
So you have the time to build quite the aggressive board that can quest for like 15 in a turn if you want.
Yeah, because that's what I was about to say. It was my follow up. You said that like Cat hinges on
Elsa.
On Elsa. I mean, the thing is, you also have Demona that can give you.
Demona is everything, and it's gonna refuel an aggressive player's hand by 3 cards.
Yeah.
So to me, in a matchup like that, if it was just Cat and no Elsa, it'd be like, sure, let me, like 1 and 2, I'm gonna quest, maybe set up a Raja or whatever. You set up the Cat, okay, cool. I'm gonna start dropping 2 questers with a bodyguard in there that's untapped, and at some point, if you play the Demona, you refill my hand. I have bodyguards in front that you have to get through before you can move damage.
Yeah.
There's ways to play around the Cat alone.
And people are still playing Tiana. The thing is, Tiana is not the greatest against this.
Well, she's not the worst either.
She's not the worst either. It's, again, kind of a mixed bag.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting for at least, like, it gets us talking about what might be and what will be. Like, it's like people. I know people that dislike this time of year when we get a new set and like it's all speculative and whatnot. I do love it because like that's where I see interesting ideas, and sometimes they don't amount to anything, right?
I'll be fair. Competitive player completely removed that fun out of me. Not, and I don't say that in a mean way. It's more, I'm someone who used to be excited looking at previews, and now because I don't practice, I don't do anything, I don't even care about previews anymore. I look at them, but I know that cards I'm going to be excited about are going to be like, oh, we tested it for 5 weeks already, and these cards are all going to be trash. There's only these 3 cards that are going to be good. Okay, then, like, fine, I'm not going to play the game. I'm going to play whatever you guys tell me to play. It's...
Yeah, well...
I feel...
I think it's a fine segue into probably hinting at what we're gonna do next week, because like we're thinking about going.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. We're going off the rails a little bit.
Yeah, because we've always been like very like focused on the competitive side, and like this was a great focus, great segue. I was talking to someone at Setchamp today. And she was telling me about like, oh, there are those weeks, after Setchamp, before the new set, where it would be fun to like try something different. And I was like a bit bummed because our way of doing at the store is kind of very rigid, so it's harder to implement it.
Yeah.
But I kind of took the idea and took it for the channel here. So next week, do you wanna tell us?
Sure. So what was proposed to us, and I think we like the idea of both of us, is there's a few franchises where we have enough cards to build something fun. So we're going to look at those franchises specific. We're going to go in Infinity.
Yep.
We're going to pick each 2 of those franchises and build 3 color decks made only of cards from those franchises. And we're going to pick the franchises randomly because if not, let's be fair, whoever picks Aladdin will win.
Yeah.
The Jafar Wheel, the Jafar Wheel Infinity deck is basically all Aladdin cards.
Yeah.
you can build it just out of that and you
fair
basically
enough,
have
but
the full deck.
Yeah, I can see like a Hercules deck getting in there. I can see a Frozen deck.
Frozen is probably the second best.
Yeah.
But the thing with Frozen is you're gonna get stuck on stuff like Cardra or there's a few, because we tried that just before rotation.
Yeah.
Like full spoilers, we tried that at one of the stores just before rotation with the person that talked to you about it specifically.
Yeah.
And the concept was super fun, but my son brought the Aladdin deck, and the deck has so much of everything, because you have the Jafar, the Shiv Jafar, the Lamb, the Genie, the whole new world. Like,
and has a lot of cards.
It has a lot of the cards that you need to build that deck, and it's super efficient. But it's going to be in the pool. We don't know if we're going to draw it.
Yeah.
And decks that do have it, we have, of course, Mickey and the gang, which are going to be one team as a whole.
Yeah, so it's going to be like all Mickey, Minnie, Daisy, Donald, Goofy.
Clarabelle.
So everything like this is not its own movie, I guess?
It's Mickey and the gang. Like,
yeah,
characters that happen in Mickey Mouse movies.
Yep.
There's going to be... I don't know if I want to do DuckTales or Saturday morning cartoon. That would include like Chip and Dale and what was it? In French it's Looping, but Tailspin. And eventually Darkwing Duck. But those on their own are, I don't think, big enough to do a full.
It's gonna be hard because they're not focused in colors. Like I can think of like Gargoyles where they're focused in red, purple, and steel.
Yeah.
But then if you're doing the kind of the Tailspin, Baloo is in amber, and
there's a lot in green for the Tailspin character, Kit Kicker, all of that. If we're going to like Chip and Dale and DuckTales, we're in green and blue, blue and yellow a lot.
Yeah.
in those colors anyways. So maybe something like that, but we'll
see.
have
We'll see about the
Dalmatians.
logistics
Yeah,
by next week.
But things you're gonna see, Dalmatians, you're gonna see Snow White, you're gonna see Beauty and the
Cinderella.
Beast, you're gonna see Cinderella. So we're gonna,
Hercules, we already said.
so we're gonna be randomly picking 2 each, building the deck we feel fits the most, and bringing that in to play something a little bit more lighthearted.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. We're building 2 decks each just to have like enough content to go around, and maybe like just again swapping them around. Because even there, like I have to say, as much as I loved that pile I have here, at some point
we also hope the future reveals more options for like a wider variety of competitive decks, for sure. We'll have to see some more red being proactive and for it to happen.
I want to be excited about locations and red, like the legendary Elsa wants. You see, the card wants to be good.
Yeah,
it really wants to be good. Will it be? That's coming up next.
No, we'll see, but definitely happy to explore that. And for people who are wondering why our streams are sometimes a little bit distanced between each other, there's logistics of our schedules, obviously, but there's also the fact that week to week, once the meta is settled, there's only so much
we can show you guys
that we feel like has added value. So bringing in a little bit more of that lighthearted content through it is our way of being able to be here more, being able to showcase the game more in a wider variety than just playing the same 4 decks over and over and over again.
And to be fair, when it's set champ season, we play a lot.
Oh yeah,
I would play more, but you have a threshold where you're like, okay, I can't take it anymore. Like, I want to do something else than Lorcana this weekend.
Especially when it's always the same decks that I'm not super vibing with. It's like I don't think I told you that, but I thought about that. It's like me asking you to play puppies. Like for
you told me that.
It's like me asking you to play puppies for 8 hours a day, and then being like, "Hey, want to play puppies for another 3 hours today?"
Sweat.
Hey, maybe you will have to play puppies next week.
Maybe.
Although there's other things to do with Dalmatians than puppies, so.
Cruella de Vil.
The blue Cruella has cool synergies, like.
Yeah, well, I'm almost excited to spin for those things. We would have to sort out like how many we want for the wheel to be.
Yeah. We'll figure
varied
that out.
enough.
But stay put for what those are going to be. But there's definitely going to be some fun interactions that I've been wanting to try for a while that we're finally going to have an output to play with. I don't know if we're going to see Dalmatians, but there's a lot of really fun cards. Like the Pongo that allows you to play cards from your Inkwell. And like there's definitely some fun interactions. There's probably going to be... I'm looking at my boy here, Cusco. Emperor's New Groove, I don't know if we have enough cards for it.
Like, the more we talk about it, the more I'm excited about it. Are you willing to go 3 each?
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing 3 decks each.
Let's go.
You heard it here first.
CCQ in Calgary, we haven't talked about it yet. I know Drew has his tickets for the CCQ in Oakville.
Yeah, I do. Full disclosure. Would love going to the CCQ in Calgary. I don't know if like logistics and life will like allow me to do it. Like, 'cause I love Calgary as a city. I love going. The thing is, I also think I would be probably alone from like my various groups of Lorcana. If I have like more people willing to travel, I would look into it more. But also like it's hard to justify a plane ticket at like minimally $300 for a CCQ
when you already have your invite.
When I already have my invite, like it's for Oakville, it's fun. It's just gonna be a weekend out where we drive it out, and like I can concede in the finals if ever I get there, you know.
Yeah, for me, probably not either Oakville or Calgary. I have to check Calgary because I have a wedding there this year. If the dates line up, perfect. If they don't, probably won't do CCQs just because, again, the competitive metagame is a little bit less for me right now.
Well, Oakville is Infinity.
Oakville's Infinity. It's closer. There's more chances that I would go to an Infinity event. But even then, I don't feel like I'm someone who's going to grind like those hyper-competitive events.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to Oakville mostly to practice for Indy.
Yeah.
The grind never stops.
The grind never stops with you. No,
but
I'm probably going to stay here and work on our more fun content in the meantime.
But I don't know if I'm allowed to say it because we kind of spoke like it's nothing official yet.
It hasn't been confirmed. So
it hasn't been confirmed.
We have potentially something really fun coming up next set for brewers and deck builders.
No, I meant you coming to Continentals with me.
Oh, that. Oh,
if
things work
everything
out,
allow,
if there's still a country to travel to once that happens in August.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. But no, you have your invite. If there's space, if everything works out, I would love to join you. Cover the Continentals from an attendee's perspective. Do more interviews, talk with people, bring content from the spot. CCQ at our store. Funny thing, we talked about it. So one of the stores we go to and are involved with did have talks with Ravensburger about doing a CCQ. The reality of it is the requirements to run a CCQ is a huge financial risk for the store. And decisions were made that local stores, and I think a lot of local stores around here, do not have the will to take that kind of risk solely on Lorcana.
And I'll be transparent. My store, like I was in talks with my store to start getting information. I know it was like super late, but I was seeing nothing moving around in Quebec. But then as soon as I kind of mentioned it to my higher ups, they announced Oakville and Calgary, so then we kind of insta-folded because we were like, okay, if there are none in Canada, it might be a very good incentive to do it. Now that they announced two of them like in one shot, it was much harder. The people from like the West Coast would be less enticed to come here if it was the only one in Canada. So to be fair, it came that close.
Yeah.
But the timing just didn't line up. I thought about it and got, I want to say, the gist of it a bit too late. I was kind of working against myself to propose it while other stores were talking about it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, if no one's going to move, we might as well do. And then announcement. So.
Yeah, but without getting into the nitty-gritty and like privileged information or anything, the long and short of it is, for Ravensburger to be willing to do one of those events, the stores basically have to
present the event already made.
So you have to say, I'm going to do a 10K or a 15K. This is going to be like my pricing. I have my room already booked. I have all of this. And by the way, do you want it to be a CCQ? If they say yes, you're probably going to sold out. You're going to be fine.
You're golden. Okay. The thing is, after that, if you're doing all of that, you organize all of that, and they kind of pass you over, you're probably not gonna do as well as you should.
Not a lot of people are gonna pay like $100 a ticket to go to a 10K or a 15K that doesn't have Ravensburger support behind it in Canada only, when there's CCQs happening at the same price. So that's kind of where things landed.
It's kind of like, without wanting to delve too much into it, it's kind of a byproduct of the whole season being kind of mashed up together at the last second. Like they weren't ready to do those CCQs.
No.
It wasn't a plan, and I would be very I would be like appalled if there were many CCQs next season, if they give us really like more DLCs like they
Yeah,
promised.
if the DLC season is planned normally, there probably will be a lot less CCQs.
Because we have the numbers. I ran the numbers while in Richmond. Like, they're giving 96 invites through DLCs in North America. They give 24 more through CCQs.
Which is basically one more DLC. A little bit less even.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. But well, the last DLC is split between those 24 invites and the 8 that they will give at LCQs in Disney.
Okay.
So this is like the last 32 for 128, as they're aiming to do like they did last year.
Mm-hmm.
So also makes me think that the LCQs will not be pods like last year of single elim. It might be just like a big tournament and like top 8 you get in.
That might be it.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Anyways, thank you guys for being here today as I'm sorting the balls. We're going to be back next week with that really fun movie format. If you have
Suggestions?
suggestions on franchises you want us to include in the pod, drop them here, drop them on YouTube.
We're probably gonna do like the spin or like the selection early this week, so you have maybe.
I'm gonna make a community post on YouTube about what is selected. Camille, you probably missed it, but we did the Mulan draw at the beginning of the game. Can you remind us who won?
Arctic Surf, one of my friends that, funnily enough, does not play Lorcana. He was just there to how do you say that? To encourage us on Twitch.
Well, good for him. If he wants to redistribute it, we'll redraw.
I will probably wink at him if he wants to do that. I'll pay him a lunch or something, and
Because we would really love for it to go to
someone that
actually play. And we'll see you next week, I guess. But until then, keep questing. And thanks, Camille, to cheer for us for Drew at the Continental.
Thank you.
I'll try to be there in person to do that as well. But yeah, keep questing.